Let's start a revolution.
Hey guys, it's HAYS. Welcome to my first ever movie review. For these episodes, or videos if you want to call them that, I'm going to be joined by Hoodie. Today we are reviewing Strangers on a Train, and I'm going to hand it off to Hoodie.
Hello everyone, it's good to be here. So like H said, we will be reviewing Strangers on a Train. The director for this movie was Alfred Hitchcock, and it released on June 30th, 1951. At the box office, this movie made $7 million, but the actual budget for the movie was $1.6 million. Some of the people in this movie are Farley Granger, Ruth Roman, and Robert Walker. But basically, the plot for this, and there are spoilers.
Yes, there are spoilers, so if you have not seen this, or if you just don't like spoilers in general, we will give you 5 seconds to click out of this video. And now, Hoodie, would you like to tell us the plot?
Yes, I would love to. So basically, Guy Haynes is an amateur tennis star, but he wants a divorce from his wife Miriam. Instead, he wants to marry a senator's daughter named Anne Morton. On a train, a chatty Bruno Anthony gets a conversation going with Haynes after he recognized him. Haynes reveals a murder idea where they will swap murders and Bruno would kill Miriam, whereas Guy would kill Bruno's father, who's hated. Neither man would have a motive, so neither man would be a suspect. Guy pretends to like the idea, but really wants to get away from Bruno. In fact, he's so eager to get away from Bruno that he forgets his valuable cigarette lighter, which Guy keeps. Which Bruno keeps. Guy meets a pregnant Miriam at her workplace in Metcalfe, which is their hometown. Miriam tells Guy she doesn't want their marriage to end. Then they argue after Miriam threatens to claim Guy is the father. In the evening, Bruno follows Miriam to an amusement park and strangles her when Guy is leaving on a train for Washington State. Guy arrives home, but is informed Miriam is dead. Guy arrives to the Mortons' home, and Anne's sister, Barbara, thinks the police will assume Haynes is the murderer. The cops question Guy, but can't confirm an alibi. The police don't arrest Guy, but give an around-the-clock escort so he can be watched. Bruno follows Guy around Washington and appears at a party at Senator Morton's home. He demonstrates how to strangle somebody, but is intrigued by Barbara's glasses, those of which resemble Miriam's. Partygoers stop Bruno from strangling the woman for real. Bruno sends Guy a package with a pistol, a house key, and a map of Bruno's father's bedroom. So Guy decides to creep inside the bedroom only to find Bruno, whereas the father isn't home. Later, Guy wins a tennis match and runs for the theme park to stop Bruno. Bruno gets held up after dropping the cigarette lighter down a storm drain. He grabs that, eventually, and makes it carnival worker and informs the police. Guy arrives, fighting Bruno on a carousel. A cop shoots at Guy thinking he'll escape, but he accidentally kills the carousel operator, and that causes the carousel to spin out of control. It spins off of its support and traps Bruno underneath. Bruno dies, but his fingers open, revealing Guy's cigarette lighter. On the train, a stranger tries talking to Guy the same way Bruno had done. Guy and Anne don't talk and walk away from the stranger. And that is the plot of the movie. If you guys didn't know, a fun fact about this movie was Robert Walker was ecstatic once he found out he was Alfred Hitchcock's only choice to play Bruno. H, yes. Your thoughts?
Very interesting movie overall. I enjoyed it. I like crime and thriller movies, mystery, suspense. Is the type of stuff I like. I would even consider it probably my favorite genre. It's hard to compete with action, though, so I can't give you... I don't know what I would put first, action or suspense. You know, what the best would be an action and suspense. That's a win-win.
Yep.
Yeah, overall, I had interesting characters in it, good plot. I thought the length was, what was it, like an hour and 50 minutes, something like that? Hour
Around
and 40?
there. Might have been an hour 40.
I can't remember. It was a good length, you know, it runs smoothly. I don't typically like movies that have a overall, like, really long run time, like 2.5 hours, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. What were your thoughts?
I mean, I really did enjoy the movie. I mean, yeah, it is very hard to compete with action, but overall, I thought this was a pretty good, thriller, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a pretty good plot, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it overall.
This was your first time watching it, correct?
Yes.
And this was actually my second time watching it. So typically, when I watch movies, I tend to not like them as much the second or third or fourth or however many times, but this one I like about the same. Mm-hmm. So that didn't really factor into this one, but, you know, for future reference, if I'm watching a movie for a 10th time, that might be a factor of my final score. Anything else you wanted to add? Nope, I think we pretty much summed it up. Yeah. Well, time to get into our reviewing process. So the way this works is that our official reviews will be based, on pretty much everything we saw in the movie, whether it's characters or storyline or, everything you can think of. And they're going to be out of 100, with 1 being the lowest and 100 being the highest. So if we would give something a 100, for example, which is very unlikely, that means that we didn't see anything wrong with it at all. That means it was absolutely perfect. If we would give something a 1, for example, which is also pretty unlikely, that means we didn't like anything about it. So essentially meaning it's the worst movie ever. So what Hoodie and I are going to do we're both going to review it on our own. We have no idea we basically have no idea what...
We don't know what the other person's score is.
No, we don't know. I know what I'm giving the score. I know what my score is, and he knows what his score is, but, we don't know each other's.
Right.
So we're going to say... It's going to be based on the average. So if I say 80, for example, and he says 90, we would round that up, and it would be 85. So it would be a collective of both of our scores averaged into 1. So that would be the overall average. So count down from 5, we will tell you guys our scores. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 85.
83.
So you said 85?
I said 83.
Oh, you said 83? I said 85. So if we would, we thought we might need to calculate it, but this one's pretty easy. It would just be 84, because if you add them up and divide by 2, it'd be 84. So right spot in the middle.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad score. Usually we want it to be at least over an 80, maybe over a 70. Over 70 is not too bad. Get into the 60s. Basically, the way it would work is anything over 50 means that there's more that we liked about it than disliked, and if it's under 50, then it's the opposite. I don't think I'm gonna actually give something a 50, because then it's like halfway in the middle. So it's probably gonna be 51 or 49, if anything. Mm-hmm. Because it'd be confusing. Yeah. If we happen to give the same score, then it'll just stay. If we both give something an 85, then it's just gonna stay an 85. But that concludes for our first movie review. Next will be Alice in Wonderland. So we hope you guys join us for that one. This is Hoodie and HAYS. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.